Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to the post-fight show with Stormybman Rocha versus Young for this Saturday, May 27th, broadcast live on Dazn for this May 27th, 2023. I want to say thank you for rejoining me for a second go round to talk about the fights that took place on this card. I had checked the airwaves out there, and there were not a lot of community people even covering this card, which is interesting. I think it's a dual situation. Some didn't care, and others may not have known. Then there's a third possibility, this being a holiday weekend, that maybe some people just got busy doing other things with family and preparation for the holiday weekend overall. So with that being said, here we are, and the card just wrapped up. And before I go into my thoughts about it, I want to simply say thank you to those of you, and you know who you are, who are staunch supporters of my content and my shows. People out here in the chat, some may not have shown up yet, but I just want to take this time out and really acknowledge individuals such as Shawa Allah, William Old School, Antonio MMA, you all are people who show up regardless of what the temperature is, so to speak. And that does not go unnoticed. I just want to, specifically acknowledge you all for your support, because it's as consistent as the rain, and it means a lot to me. There are people who will dart in and out from time to time just because they may be subbed to the channel and they feel like it's a thing to do just to make it look like or appear that they are supporting. But I know who's really supporting and who isn't. And like I said, it doesn't go unnoticed. There's a couple of others, they're not here right now. And if they happen to come in, I will acknowledge them as well. But thank you all. Thank you. This card and its main event, Alexis Rocha taking on Anthony Young, was billed as a welterweight matchup. I hadn't even heard of Anthony Young. And of course, Alexis Rocha gets promotion because he's on the Golden Boy label. And he is another Latin fighter that they're making certain that he gets a bit of shine. And what other way to help build that than to bring in a melanated fighter who did not belong in the ring with him tonight. Let's just be honest. And therefore the showcase makes Rocha look even stronger. In his post-fight interview, he said that he rated himself about a C. And the announcers and the interviewer, they all kind of sound a little astonished and say, wow, he's showing some humility, giving himself just a low rated and grade off of that performance. But I look at it a different way. He is probably rated a C because the fighter that they brought in for him to be showcased against this evening, with all acknowledgement from a proper perspective, was probably rated a Z. You understand? So Anthony Young may as well been in a wheelchair, blind, and deaf. And you could have got the same performance out of Rocha in this instance. So, to the young men out there who do this for a living, please take care in the fact of knowing that if you are going to be cannon fodder or spoon fed to guys who you're not even in their league, financial compensation is due. And if they try to pretend like they don't have it, it's a lie. You can look at the landscape of the sport and tell that for as many quality fighters who turn down fights on a day in and day out basis, the proof is in the pudding. It's right there in front of your face. I don't know where they got this young man from. But he didn't belong in the ring with Alexis Rocha on this evening. And though Rocha was able to get him out of there in the 5th round, this fight shouldn't have gone 3 rounds. So C rating is probably on point. Maybe C minus. I say what I say with the critical eye view toward what I witnessed this evening. Not that I dislike anyone or anything of the sort. But Rocha could have fought a better opponent than that tonight. And since Golden Boy wants to feed their prospects and pre-contenders fighters like Anthony Young, if they ever get the opportunity to step up and face the world champions, you've heard it here from me first that they're going to look like Anthony Young when they fight the real champions, regardless of who that champion may be, whether it's Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford. Rocha will look like Anthony on that night. The thing about it is this. People try to say things like race sells. That's hogwash. Race separates. And the more divisive they can drive the message of separation, the greater resources they can harbor and economics they can reap off of ignorance. Yeah, I said it. So expect some kind of interruption in the stream tonight, because I'm going to tell it like it is tonight. Especially after watching the earlier cards. You see, my brother DOG G215 said in the earlier stream that the UK doesn't have any talent. And I disagreed. I would never put down the talent, but I did challenge the coaches and the teachers for lacking, for developing and cultivating that talent to raise it to a level of not only respectability, but competitiveness internationally. So when I said that earlier, here we had a card this evening. Did it look like Mr. Young had much talent? And before you get critical of his performance, mind the fact that I remind you that Rocha took 5 rounds to get him out of there. 5. Was it not scheduled for 10? So who's the fool? There were 3 fights that I saw here. The first one that I saw were the 2 gentlemen fighting, and the winner received a gift decision when it looked like it could have gone another way. Now, what was interesting about that I'm sorry, I was a little bit distracted. What was interesting about that was the fact that though he received a gift decision, it just goes to show how they manifest things and they market it toward people to get the impression that you're seeing something, even with a improper judging of a match. But they give you the impression that you're seeing something, and they keep you confused because it's like, did I just see what I saw? Didn't the other guy really win the fight? But this is how they play on the mentality of the boxing fan, the casual watching. In the co-main event, where Oscar Duarte fought D'Angelo Keys, D'Angelo Keys was a decent boxer, but that Oscar Duarte reminded me of Jesus Ramos, meaning that the fight was supposed to be fought at lightweight, but did not Duarte look like a junior welter in there against a real lightweight? Again, another fight that's being displayed, giving you the impression that you're watching some type of a dominance. What the hell is going on here, Golden Boy? I'm sorry, I'm going to say this term, and it is not to offend my melanated brothers and sisters, but it's a call to alert you to what they tried to display this evening. The term that I'll use, nigger beater. I'll say it only once. But did you see that? If you saw what I saw and understand what I am saying in my Champside voice, salute and shout out to Champside, put a 1 in the chat. Shower and William can't be the only people here tuned in to this live stream with intelligence. If those two happen to be the only one with intelligence, we are in deep doo-doo. You see? Now, Shower and William, I got this message directly to you, too. Remember how I opened the show and my acknowledgement of you. But look at the other people who are in here. They are not frequent flyers. But you see how I asked one thing and only got a response from you two? That's what I'm talking about. So when you hear me say everybody ain't gonna make it, that's what I'm talking about. When I do this show and I give my assessment and account of what was shown, that's what I'm talking about. There are people who are just standers by, forming a crowd, a line, a circle. But they don't support you. They just want something to entertain them or want some type of action. There's no minstrel show over here at Stormybman. None. That's right, William. That's right. This is how you know that when I say what I say and I project intelligence here. That's why I say what I say. Remember the emails that were reported out of Golden Boy years ago about Al Heyman. Remember that there were no apologies forthcoming to this day in my Deontay Wilder voice. But tonight you saw a result of how they think. NBF lives at Golden Boy. Yeah. But you also heard me say that these fighters who we brought in for the showcase, I hope they received compensation, fair play. You don't get to beat on me. You don't get to make me look bad or put me down so you can be uplifted in front of your kind. That's right, William. Absolutely. Don't worry, Shower. I've covered all the bases already. There's no smoke here. The air is clear. This is why you can see. Huh? And I've made certain to pull the curtain back so there's no blinds to peep through, no bushes to peep through. I've cut the grass and had the lawn taken care of and everything by the landscaping so you can see the snakes in the grass. But I know what I was looking at. From seeing the size of the fighters, the weight classes, the ethnicities. Wow. Wow. Readily apparent, right in front of your face. Lawrence Okolie took an ass whooping today. A deserved ass whooping. Because he's not that good and hasn't tried to get better. And you'd think that if he really were trying to get better, he could have done much better than Sugar Hill Stewart, huh? Tell me I'm wrong, William. Tell me I'm wrong, Shower. I call upon you two because you guys are my anchor this evening. Two pillars to stand tall on because the sewage is rising. Shower, do you have Fight TV? It's an app. FITE, Fight TV. If you have that, it's on there for free. Sometimes Sky Sports will broadcast their shows on there simultaneously. So if you don't have Sky Sports because it's from the UK, Fight TV is a way to catch it. It's on there. You can see it. You just have to go through the menu and look at the broadcast from today, and you should see it. It'll come up. And I didn't get a chance to finish watching it, so after I finish up the post-fight tonight, I will be checking it out. But yeah. You see, Okolie was training in the same gym as Chris Billum-Smith, and his trainer was Shane McGuigan, who has worked with them, those two, and a few others whose names you know. But a couple years ago, he decided he may leave that camp and enlist the services of Sugar Hill. Absolutely, William. Absolutely. It's amazing that we go through this process and so many people don't like to pay attention to what we say because our community, though we have different views and different ways of presenting and representing, they categorize us as less than simply because of our tint. Huh? T-I-N-T, not T-E-N-T. But that's okay. Because when you don't see through proper lenses, your vision is all misconstrued anyway, right? So it don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah. Understand that when Stormy B-Man says something, it typically represented in substance, for subsistence. Yeah. Not only that, William, but it has been dismissed that he wasn't even around the gym as fabled. Someone has come and shot that down. Even when Emmanuel was alive, he wasn't present. So, he's a fall guy. Did you hear John Fury's remarks about him a few months back when he showed up to train one of the other fighters for a fight, and how John Fury referred to him? See, when those people don't like you, they don't like you. They'll use you and they'll fuck you. Double entendre in that last bit of what I said. But some of you love them so much that you don't love yourself. And so therefore you allow yourself to be utilized like a urinal. But understand, you can go to any public urinal, right? Restroom. And I lie to you not when I say that you'll find dampness all on the floor around it, even though the target is right in front of you. Why is that? Think about it. You see, when I point these things out, you may not care about it, but it's on the money. On the money. So where does Mr. Anthony Young fall in all of this? Where does D'Angelo Keys fall in all of this? Missing the target, dampness on the floor. How do you view that? What do you think of it? Not very highly, do you? Not very highly at all. You see? So why are we celebrating Alexis Rocha? Why are we celebrating Oscar Duarte? What did they do? Who did they beat? Put your thinking caps on. Even in that championship fight earlier, where Melvin Jerusalem, the Filipino kid. But an interesting name, right? Melvin Jerusalem. I'm still befuddled by that. He took on Oscar Collazo. Some WBO minimum weight championship. Now he came out fast-handed, punching solidly. But Collazo broke him down inside of 7 rounds, scoring a TKO after the 6th round. Jerusalem's corner stopped the fight. Now, again, a mismatch, if you ask me. A showcase for Collazo to give him a world title with only 7 fights. Now, to credit Collazo, he did something that we talk about all the time about fighters putting in the body work. He put in body work and he was able to stop this young man, and he stopped him because the guy could not take it anymore. He couldn't defend it, and he had no answers for adjusting to it. So why did he have a world title to begin with? Who in the world did he defeat to win a title? We talk about these things, and see, to be able to put it up there in your face, it just shows you, if you're not paying attention, you can be fooled. "26 years old, 7 pro fights. Melvin Jerusalem. If that's not a fraud, I don't know what is. That name. He was 20-2 with 12 knockouts. So that's not really a punching guy himself. And he won that WBO title in his last fight in January of this year against a Japanese fighter, Masataka Taniguchi. Now just think about this for a moment. Is Golden Boy pulling a fast one on us? Eddie Hearn? I just told you about the other fighters. In the main event, and the co-main. That fight between John Ramirez and Fernando Diaz was another farce. Fernando Diaz won that fight tonight. See, we see too many things that are inconsistent in the sport of boxing. Too many things that are inconsistent. And Shawa, I see your targets out there. You put the targets out there several times, which means obviously I've tapped into something that you either felt, thought, expressed yourself, right? Am I not right? I know that I'm on point, but I'm giving you your acknowledgement for being on point. Because I think that when you tune in and you listen to something solid, and I do consider the fare that I put out solid, you begin to crystallize things differently and process differently, and you have a better assessment of what you witness because you've been fortified with what's proper to look at and what's proper to discard. That was shown earlier when I asked that question, and only you and William responded. But this is the heavy part I'm going to lay on you and William, Shower. We're tracking toward 100 views on tonight's post-fight show thus far. It's a little less than it normally is for a post-fight because, like I said, a lot of people weren't either interested or aware of this late evening card on Dazn, or didn't care because Dazn is what it is, Dazn. So, but trekking toward 100, but only you and William responded. Let me tell you something. I can go from here to the moon with support. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I can go from here to the moon with support like William and Shower, because not only is it gratifying, it's fortifying. And that's all I need to make it. You dig? Yeah. I told you it was going to happen. I told you. But I'm cool with it. Because I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Think about my dedication, y'all. And I'm talking specifically to William and Shower right now, because the rest are listening, eavesdropping, ear hustling, whatever you want to call it, and don't give a damn. So I don't give a damn about you either. Now, this is my second post-fight show of the evening. I could be doing other things. I could be watching that one fight that I missed. But I have purpose. And my purpose is not unwarranted. Because just like I was able to share with Shower a moment ago, where she can catch the fight, she has that information now, and she can hold fast to it and be down for what happens in the future, so she can see certain fights. Yeah. So just being around for that, I was able to pass on something that's going to help somebody else. You see? It's that simple. But you have to be here to receive that. You understand? Well, most of you don't, but I am talking to specific parties. Yeah. I got you. I got you. See, there's always purpose. The brother Willie D likes to say, you got to know how to separate your peas from your cornbread, huh? Yeah. I understand that, William, and it's reciprocated. And that's who and why I do it. Yeah. Shower says, I like to mix mine. Oh, I forgot. We're still fresh on the heels of y'all talking about food in the last stream. So I need to chill out on that before I get y'all going with another one of them conversations. Man, y'all know y'all was talking it up, and I'm trying to stay focused, talking, about the subject that I was mentioning, and y'all in there talking, and I'm like, man, don't turn this into a food show. But see, even y'all know, when I say these things and I be joking around and stuff. See, y'all can go roll right with me with the humors. Other people be trying to get all sensitive and everything, and get they, draws all. They get wedgies, huh? But when you get wedgies, you got to go wash them underwear, huh? But they don't even want to wash the underwear. No, they just want to walk around and fan and make wind, and you get a whiff of that wind and you can smell that nasty stuff. So it's like you need to tell them, hey man, go wash yourself. Huh? Speaking of nasty stuff, let's get back to Rocha versus Young, huh? Who the hell they think Alexis Rocha gonna beat for a title? Huh? Answer me that. You got people out there like Jerron Boots Ennis, Imantas Stanionis, huh? Victor Ortiz. That's just 3 who are not champions yet. You got Jamal James and some other guys out there. Rocha, we won't even get to know ya, 'cause you're gonna be smoked like a rocha. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's right, William. Stomp. Like Godzilla over Tokyo. And you know how bad that is. Uh-huh. So now that I've said what I said about this card, William, Shower, do y'all see things a little bit different than when you just, were waiting for the show to start? Because I know you saw what you saw, but then here it is, Stormy is saying it, huh? How about that? It is so different when you really get it and it comes, right? It's like, whoa. I was just thinking. No, listen. Don't cancel. Don't. Because there are going to be times. Every broadcast isn't like tonight. It isn't. It's just like ESPN or Showtime. They feed you plenty of BS too. It's just like Clarissa is going to be on Dazn next week. So you don't want to cancel. You want to see Clarissa, don't you? And then there's some other interesting matches. Stanionis and Ortiz are coming up in a few weeks on Dazn. So it's just that when we talk about it, you just have to know what you're looking at. Now, like I said, I tuned in and watched this, but I flipped the script on, okay, what they're presenting to us. But think about earlier today. Wood versus Lara 2. Mauricio Lara should be beaten up for not training and coming in overweight, losing the title on the scales, and losing the rematch that he won the first go round by knockout. The most half-assed effort seen in the past few years. And I'm going to grill Lara going forward from here on out because I'm very unforgiving for that kind of stuff there. Very unforgiving. Over 100 now. And a lot of unfamiliars, right? A lot of unfamiliars. But do you remember me talking about people under the guise of family acting like family and they not? Where they at? Familiar faces from familiar places. Where are they? See? Some of your biggest channels, personalities. You don't see them supporting Stormy, do you? Publicly. See, you can support me privately. But see, when you support me publicly, that means that other people see you and they are able to lay eyes on that. What do they call it? PDOA, public displays of affection. I had to think of the acronym for that. Yeah. Isn't that true? It done dropped down to 14 current viewers, but over 112 total. You see? I've never lied to you guys. Yeah. I'm always down to the nitty gritty. Always. I've been doing that since I was a kid. And they used to tell me I'm an old soul. Where you get this knowledge from? What are you doing? Now that doesn't mean I had all encompassing wisdom, because I effed up a lot in my life. Understand? With relationships and, people and friendships and things of that nature. Huh? But it happens. Messenger 215, if you missed the fight tonight, you didn't miss much. And that's about as honest as I can be about that. Yeah, but Golden Boy thought they pulled one on us tonight, y'all. But Stormy came along and broke all that up. Especially this boy talking about he give himself a C. I say C minus, huh? But I also said that his opponent was a Z. So that really lets you know how bad it was, huh? Yeah. That's right. That's right, Shower. Get to the back. Let me show a little love for my brother, the Focus Ball.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit. making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
So, we're coming to an end of this post-fight show. I want to thank my family for supporting and participating. Just know that I do these, I get a lot of joy out of presenting it to you, but I get even more joy from the participation. Some people don't understand that. That's why they don't do that. But it's okay, because for those who do, like I said, I would acknowledge when they show up. But unfortunately this evening, and it's holiday weekend, it's understandable because people can be on something right now of their own time and leisure. But for those of you who showed up, just know that it doesn't go unnoticed. But we're going to get on up out of here. I hope you guys have a great holiday weekend and are able to enjoy your family or festivities if you have them planned, and do what it is that you would like to do to your heart's content. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. So, this is Stormybman signing off. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Peace.
Life